Assalamualaikum. Okay. Do you see my camera? Okay. We last at effect of inertia in daily life. So, so you do know how this machine work, okay? In order to measure the mass, to measure the mass, whatever the object is. So the idea is they do the oscillate, somebody lie on this machine and they oscillate it. So the idea is whatever the time taken to oscillate, they try to compare with the mass, because the idea is different mass, different the time taken to oscillate. Okay, and this is how they measure the mass on a space with which has no attraction of gravity, mean outside space, outside. Okay, we continue. Have you read all of this? Have you read all of this? We got another example for inertia. Okay, let's say we just go through all of them one by one. We have this umbrella on a rainy day. Where is it? Okay, and you know what, we got this this splash of water because of rainy day. Rain, because of rain. So this of water drop of rain kind of attached to the this umbrella. So how do you going to splash? How are you going to splash this rain from the umbrella? Any idea? You're going to move. You're going to move the umbrella by rotating, and then guess what? Suddenly you stop. You stop the umbrella from rotating, and guess what happened to the raindrops? From earlier, raindrop also try to follow the external force, try to rotate with umbrella, but after you stop it, suddenly you stop the umbrella, what happened? The raindrops, which is moving at uniform velocity, this time the raindrops do not want to stop, because they want to keep moving at the same state. as earlier, that is moving with a uniform velocity, and this make these raindrops keep moving with uniform velocity and leave the umbrella. This is how to span off, the word span off. Okay, span off raindrops from umbrella. Okay, it is like you got you drink coffee, you drink tea, then before that, because you want to drink only a water, not a coffee and tea itself, the leaf, the seed of coffee and the leaf of tea, you're going to use filter, correct? You're going to use filter in order to filter coffee seed and tea leaf from a water. Okay, and then guess what? All the coffee seed and tea leaf, how are you going to span off those? Are you going to do the same, correct? You go to your sink, you're going to make the filter move at certain speed, and then you're going to, guess what, going to span off like this, and not span off, the span off here is spin, you're going to stop it suddenly like that, so this is a filter, and you're going to do like that. Okay, so guess what, the from earlier, the coffee seed and tea leaf moving at uniform speed, and suddenly when the filter been stopped, suddenly like that, sudden like that, but the coffee seed keep moving, leaving the filter alone. Okay, this is how you separate the seed with the filter. Okay, so actually what you do is you involve the initial. You use the initial. You may not understand it at first place about initial, but you kind of experience. Actually, you have already experienced the initial in your daily life. You got the idea? Here, you taking a bus. Okay. At initial time, the bus is stopped. The bus is stopped because you want to take a bus. Then you take a bus. You stand straight there. Let's say the seat, all the seat is full. And guess what? Now you are at rest, correct? Then the bus accelerate, moving to from rest start to move, and guess what will happen to you? What will happen to you? You kinda thrown backward. You kinda thrown backward. But why? Why you kinda thrown backward like this? Because your body want to keep remain stop or rest. Okay, keep resist any external force that try to move your body. Okay, this is why you kind of thrown backward like that, like this. And so after you struggle to match your body with the bus the moving of the bus. Okay, after some speed, when the bus reach at some speed, guess what? Your body coming back to normal. You can stand without have to hold something like this. You can hold without you can stand without holding on something. And guess what? Suddenly there is a cat. There is a cat cross the road. The cat is Cat Steven. Cat Steven across the road. Okay. Suddenly, guess what? This driver, he pressed the brake. He shocked. He pressed the brake suddenly, and guess what happened? This time your body kinda thrown forward. Before backward, now this time kinda thrown backward like this. Okay. And why? Why is this happen? This time because initial number 2, when things moving at uniform velocity, he tend to keep moving with that uniform velocity unless something some external force exert on it. Okay. So this telling us why thrown forward like this, because your body is at uniform velocity. When this bus tries to stop, your body will keep moving forward like this. This is why your body kind of thrown forward like this. If you don't do something, if you don't hold something on the in the bus, guess what? You will keep moving. Keep moving while this bus is stopped. You keep moving until you knock off the window. Okay, so this is very dangerous. If you have a seat available, then please have a seat. Otherwise, if you have no choice, you need to hold on something, because we will never know what will happen while in motion. Even in high motion, high speed. Okay, anything could happen in just a blink of eyes. So quick. So here too, we got inertia involved in this. It is hard to take out whatever inside the bottle out of this bottle, correct? Especially this sauce here. So what is your idea? What is your experience? How to take thing out from this bottle easily? The same, you're going to, the idea you can feel the same. You don't know what is the explanation before, but now you must know lah. You know that, and you must know. You must be able to give the explanation. What is the explanation? Here it is, the explanation. You need to read it, memorize it, because the question will ask the explanation too. Instead of do the calculation, you're going to give the explanation to many situations. So learn physics is learn how to give the explanation according to physics concept. Okay. And so let read this. Chili sauce or tomato sauce in a bottle flow out when the glass is moved quickly downwards, and then suddenly stop it. The inertia of the sauce causes it to continue moving downwards and out of the bottle. I think it is pretty simple explanation which involve the explanation about inertia. This is how you're supposed to explain when you come to explain something, some phenomenon, some situation in physics. Remember that too. involve the concept of physics, whatever it is. Okay. Situation 4. Here we got a lorry, but guess what? Doesn't it look weird? Why I say so? Yeah, before you see the outside parts of lorry, but this time, guess what? You can see inside parts of lorry, and you'll see that this lorry which carry oil, whatever oil it is. You see the structure inside of the big tank here. You can see there is a there are separation. There are separation wall like this, which used to separate oil like this. Okay, so we have this 1 wall, 2 wall, 3 wall like this. But the idea is why not just in big tank like this, without no separate wall like this? Why? What is their purpose of having this? So the idea is because, do you know how much weight the oil is that lorry need to take? That lorry need to take the oil. How much weight? Because we come to know that, right? We come to know the mass, not weight, mass. Because we know that the relationship between mass and inertia, remember, the higher the mass, the higher the inertia. The higher the inertia, the dangerous it could be to carry something that got a big mass, got a big inertia. So in order to before, you know what, the lorry before don't have these separate parts here. So big case like this, they put oil here. Guess what? When the lorry brake suddenly stop, okay, guess what? The big mass here, big mass of oil here, which big inertia, kinda keep moving, keep moving to the left, because inertia, because of the inertia. And guess what? All this big mass here kinda push this wall front here. And guess what happened? Because of big inertia, this oil here can exert big push here, and broke the wall here in front here. Guess what? All the oil keep moving and splash out from the tank, and kinda knock off driver inside, hit this, and they all die because of the big inertia of the oil. That's what happened actually in real world long time ago. But now they come to learn about inertia, so they have to modify the tank, so it got the separate wall like this. So the idea is, if whatever happen, only this part of oil will be stopped by this wall. So the job will be easier this time, because only this part of oil, this mass of oil stopped by this, and this part of oil stopped by this, and this part of oil being stopped by this. So we got 1, 2, 3, 3 walls, 3 strong wall to stop the motion of the oil, because due to inertia. Okay, you got the idea? Yeah. Oh, tak isi sama level ya. Sebenarnya begini. Sebenarnya dekat bawah ni ada lubang sikit lah. Okay. Asalnya bila dia pandu dalam keadaan yang halaju seragam, minyak ni dia sama level lah. Sama level. Okay. Tapi bila dia break mengejut ni, minyak ni akan terperah masuk ke dalam tangki ni melalui lubang tu. Dan minyak ni akan sebahagiannya termasuk dalam lubang hak bawah ni, termasuk dalam tangki ni. Sebab nanti bila mereka nak tarik keluar minyak, mereka tarik keluar hak pertama ni je. Jadi minyak hak lain ikut masuk kat lubang ni lah kan. Jadi semua paras ni turun serentak. Itu idea mereka. Jadi wall ni apa tujuan dia? Wall ni hanya sekadar nak kenakan penahan kepada oil ni sahaja. Tapi dalam masa yang sama, ini oil ni masih boleh mengalir masuk ke tangki lain. Itu saja idenya. Sebab waktu mengejut tu, maksudnya takkan waktu mengejut tu semua oil tu terus masuk ke, cempat masuk ke lubang ni kan. Dia macam dihentikan di pakai wall ni saja. Itu saja tujuan dia. Okey. Ini nak situasi nak tunjuk dia tengah break ni. Okey, minyak leng ada sebahagian terperah masuk ke tangki yang depan ni. Okey, tapi bila dia dah sambung balik, minyak ni terperah masuk balik ke tangki-tangki belakang ni semualah sampai dia sama level balik lah. Okey. Okey ke tak? Okay, correct. Ni, we got situation 5. Apa benda ni? You know what? This time maybe you afraid to go roller coaster like this. After I know about inertia, I am very afraid to ride this. Why? Guess what? This roller coaster is built with so high mass, very high mass. It built with iron, metal, and also the people inside, the people riding the roller coaster, adding the mass. Guess what? It moved with a high mass. High mass means high inertia. Guess what? If it is hard to move it from first time, as it want to keep rest. And so if the things keep moving at high speed, and it is very difficult to stop it from moving at high speed because of big inertia. Okay, whatever happened to this rail here, guess what? The thing will keep moving while there is no rail. So you know what happened, Okay, very dangerous. I never dare to ride this. Physics, they never ride this. They very afraid. Okay, because we have accident due to this. Okay, you can. Okay, how? What is the safety that they take to safety measure for the passenger? Okay, you can read this. When the carriage of the roller coaster change its direction of motion suddenly, the inertia of the riders keeps them in their original state of motion. The safety system ensures the riders remain in their seats and are not thrown out during the motion. Okay. So they have this, they install something on the seat. They install kind of, what we call it, a seat belt. Seat belt. They have special seat belt which hold almost all the body, our body. So in order to prevent our body follow the inertia. Okay. What about this? Situation 6, we have, okay, this is what you always do, fasten your seat belt. What is the purpose of seat belt? Is because to overcome the inertia, big inertia. Why big inertia? Because you are big in mass. Your mass is big, and so does the inertia is big. This is why we need to wear a seat belt. To wear a seat belt every time we drive. Okay. Actually, every time we move in a motion, actually, especially for the high speed of motion, we need to wear something lah to hold our body, because our body has a mass. Once it has a mass, it has inertia. So know that. A little exercise for you. Make sure you did that. You do that. Okay. Without wasting our time, we go to new subtopic, that is momentum. Okay, momentum. Have you ever heard? I'm going to ask you the same. Have you ever heard the word momentum? Yes. Where? Where and which situation? In physics? You come to learn momentum just now. Macam mana kamu tiba-tiba dah pernah dengar momentum ni? Pernah dengar ke momentum? Okey, dia guna tu bila? Dia guna kat mana? Dalam bahasa Melayu ada sebut tak perkataan momentum? If I'm not mistaken, they ever used to say momentum of life. Momentum of life. Have you ever heard that? Momentum of life. No. Moment. Again? Ya kah? Pernah siapa-siapa sebut momentum? Macam mana ayat nak buat momentum ni? Mungkin daripada situ cikgu boleh mulakan untuk memperkenalkan momentum, to introduce you what momentum is. If somebody got any daily life involved this momentum, then you can tell us and let me explain about it. What is momentum? Before we learn inertia, you don't know what inertia is, you never heard one. But after we have through all the concept of inertia, then now you come to know what inertia is, and what inertia has to do with mass, right? Because both have relationship, both can be related. Higher mass, higher inertia. Lower mass, lower inertia, right? Okay. Now is the story of momentum. Anybody? Okay. Now let me explain what momentum is, because this is your first experience. Then I have to begin everything. Start from zero. What momentum is? Momentum is involve. Momentum is when there is any mass. When there is any mass, any object means any mass moving at some speed. Moving at some speed. Okay. So we take this mass. We multiply the motion. We take this mass. we multiply the motion, we multiply the speed, we multiply the velocity, and that is momentum. You got the idea? Momentum is possessed by anything, any object which has mass and moving with some speed. The object got a mass. Got a momentum. So we, from the understanding of the relationship, so this is when we got the idea to establish the formula. So you see here, P here stand for momentum. M for mass, V for velocity. Momentum is we take a mass, we multiply with the velocity, the motion that the mass has, and that what momentum is. So the idea is how to get this object got a high momentum. How to get this object got a high momentum? Anybody who got any idea? How to make this P increase? You're going to look at the component. If we can do something on the component, how to make this P rise? The value rise. How? Mathematics, come on. You learn mathematics, how to make this P rise. How? What can we do at this component, M and V here, so the value of P rising? Idea, come on, everybody. That we either increase the value of M lah. Correct? Means that we add some more mass on this object. We add some more. Whatever you want to add lah. This. Okay, I add some more like this. Okay, because the higher the value of M, mass, and multiply V, we get high in momentum. Correct? And so does this V. If M is fixed, we got V is, let's say V, there's a second way to increase the momentum of this object. If is by move this object at high speed, means increase the speed of this object. Because according to this mathematics, if V increase, if V here increase, and so does P also will keep increase, correct? And at the same time, if both increase, M also increase, V also increase, and this could double the increase of momentum like this. If both increase, you got the idea? This is only simple mathematics, simple mathematics that you should know a long time ago. The simple relationship of mathematics. So the idea is, again, what is momentum? Momentum is we take the mass of the object and we multiply with the speed the object is. That is momentum. And to make this object possess high momentum is either we can add the mass of this object, or either we can increase the speed of this object. Okay, and vice versa lah. Vice versa, if we want to lower the momentum of this object, we have to take out some mass of this object. We can kind of have to take out some, try to cut some, because the mass will be decreased, and whatever mass that this is decreased, multiply with fixed v, we got the p is lower. And the other thing that we can do is make this thing move a little slow. Okay, move with a little slow. The speed is slow, the velocity is low. Then whatever fixed value of m multiply with lower velocity is what we get momentum decrease. Okay. You know what? Why we need to learn this? Why we need to learn this momentum? What does it have to do with our life? What is benefit for us if we learn about this momentum? Okay. You know what? There is so many accidents which involve not only inertia but also involve what is it? Involve momentum. Momentum. One of them is I tell you, one of them. There is a story which the father coming back from work, and he want to park the car inside the garage, and he reverse the car into the garage. But you know what? Suddenly he don't know that his toddler. Do you know toddler? What is toddler? Baby, a baby. His baby stand in between a wall of house, a wall, and a car. This is car. Okay, like that, a car. So this father didn't know his toddler was there. Guess what? He keep reverse, and yeah, you know what? What can you say about this momentum? What can you say about this momentum? Even the father reverse the car, the speed is low. The speed is low. Okay, the speed is low. But never forget this. The mass of the car is very high. Very high. And guess what? The product of m multiply v is what make the momentum still high. Still high. So this high momentum of this car possess act on the baby. Act on the baby. And guess what? The baby been broke down between the wall and the car. because of this high momentum here. Even the car, the speed, the motion of car is slow, but another factor that we should not keep, we should not how to say that, we should notice too, the mass is high, very high. A car, correct? What is the mass of car? It could be 1,000 kilo and more. Okay, the product, the multiply between two is what make the momentum increase high. And guess what? This baby, his head is, how to say that? Cramp. What is it? You know what happened lah? This incident happened many times, long time ago. So this is why we need to learn about this. Dangerous coming from a high momentum. Okay. We got a bicycle here. We got a bicycle coming toward you. We got a bicycle. Someone riding it. Your what? Your younger brother, let's say, riding a bicycle toward you, and we got a lorry, let's say. We got a lorry also coming toward you. Coming toward you. Okay. But you know what? The speed is the same. The speed of the bicycle and the lorry coming toward you is the same. And let me ask you this: which one is you want to be you willing to to knock you off? Which one? Bicycle or lorry? Which one? Lorry? Lorry? Remember that. What is the difference? The speed is no different, correct? Both is the different the same speed. But which one has higher momentum? Which one? Bicycle or lorry? Lorry. Why you say lorry? The speed is the same. Okay, got no problem. You being knocked off by this bicycle, you can smile, still can smile. But you being knocked off by lorry, you smile in grave. You smile in grave. Why? Because although the velocity is the same, but the mass of bicycle is only this high, while the mass of lorry only is this high. Oh wow, so high. The mass of lorry is high, so high. So the production is what we got the momentum, and the momentum of lorry is the higher than the production of the momentum of bicycle. You being knocked off with something got high momentum. You know what will happen, okay? And you know what? And so does this. If we cannot do something about mass here, we can do something on V, correct? So P can increase more. Okay, we make even the mass is lower, but we can still increase the value of P by increase the value of speed. Increase the value of speed. The thing is, it is like a pistol. Okay, a pistol, whatever gun it is. Pistol. Okay, a pistol. Okay, which shoot a bullet. You know what? This bullet only has a little mass, correct? A little mass like that. but this pistol make this bullet go faster, go with a high speed, very high speed. So this V here is very high. Okay, so the production, the multiply between two is what make the momentum also increase high, very high. You got the idea? Even we got small things with small mass, but we still can make it momentum high by make the thing move at high speed. Okay, the momentum is high. Whatever the momentum is high, even it is low in mass, suddenly this bullet, let's say, kind of knock off you. This is you, way so much big compared to the bullet. This is you. Okay, can you stop the bullet? How do you stop the bullet? Can you stop the bullet from coming towards your head? No, it is difficult to stop the bullet. Why? Because it's not the bullet got low mass. Yes, it is got low mass, but if the bullet comes with high velocity, the momentum is high, very high. The higher the velocity, the higher the momentum. And guess what? The higher the momentum, how could you be able to stop the bullet? Then what happened? The bullet, you try to stop it, you put your hand there in front of that, try to cover your head. Guess what? This bullet will keep moving and penetrate your hand and keep moving and also penetrate your head. Okay, because of high momentum. Okay, go ask the army, they know better about momentum. So this is why we need to learn about momentum, because momentum is very dangerous if we don't know the effect. Okay, so many incidents involve momentum. As long as this world running, as long as this world running, we can never keep away from momentum. Okay, any question until now? Any question? Do you want to ask me anything? Okay, let's do example. Where is it? Oh, yeah. No, bukan berat, tetapi adalah mass. Not weight, which affect momentum, but a mass. Just the same story as inertia. Not a weight that affect the inertia, but it's a mass. Okay, the correct way to say it, a mass, not actually. Yeah, we kind of see that even weight also affect the inertia and momentum, correct? Because in a weight there is a mass, correct? In a weight there is a mass. So we know the formula to relate between two, weight and mass. That is W weight equal to, we take mass, we multiply with G, correct? As I said earlier, we kind of see that weight also affect the inertia and momentum, correct? Because in this weight, there is mass actually. There is mass. Per weight G, we got mass only, correct? So the real story is the thing that affect inertia and momentum is not W, but the M inside W, this M only actually, which affect the inertia and mass. Okay, how to put away G? How to put away G in order to test either W or M, which affect inertia or momentum? How to put away G? Any idea? That we go outside. We go outside any planet. We go outside. We go to the space. Okay, we go to the space which has no gravity, and we see that even it has no gravity, the inertia and the momentum still affected by only M here. No gravity means no weight, but still they see the effect of, so they kind of have to study back. All this time the inertia and the momentum not affected by W actually, but it affected by something in W, that is mass only, mass. Okay, you understand? So this is why when we want to state the relationship, we cannot use weight, but we need to use mass. Okay, because mass actually which involved in this inertia and momentum, not weight. Okay, do you understand or not? Any question? Is it you still have no clue about the difference between weight and mass? Is it so? You have been taught in Form 1, if I'm not mistaken, Form 1, you already been introduced the difference between weight and mass, correct? So you still not be able to differentiate between two. What is weight, what is mass? You should know, because this physics going to use a lot of this different. What is weight, what is mass? Okay, never ever confuse. You just confused like a student before you. They all confused about what is weight, what is mass. That you should not have confused now, after you've been taught in Form 1 science. This thing should be cleared when you add Form 1. Okay, let's do example this. Example, what is it? Oh, we have this activity here. We got a ruler which we incline like that. The left side is we increase the height. So the marble could roll down here. And guess what? This marble with low speed, because we raise it just a little, so the marble rolling with low speed, and it knock off this folded thin cardboard. Okay, but if we take it higher, we take it on the end of this side higher, the idea is the marble will keep rolling a little more faster, correct? Means that the V is increased, the V of marble is increased, while the mass remain the same. And guess what? This time it can turn this folded thin cardboard down. It can turn it down because of high momentum. Okay, you understand this? And here is some here is the conclusion that can be made from the activity. The marble that is released from a high position moves downwards at a high velocity and displace the cardboard further. Oh, it kind of, this marble push the cardboard. How far? The higher the velocity, the far, the longer the cardboard being pushed. Where is it? This also happens when the marble has larger mass. The displacement of the cardboard represents the difficulty in stopping the marble. Correct? Very true. Objects with larger momentum are more difficult to stop. As what this story is. Where is it? The story of the lorry, the bicycle and the lorry. The what? They say the larger momentum, the difficult to stop. Okay, between bicycle and lorry, we have this. Lorry has larger momentum, is what make it difficult to stop. So the idea is never ever stop the. You may stop the bicycle which moving at high speed, a moderate speed lah, but you should never ever try to stop the lorry even moving with low speed. You understand me, kid? Okay, do not be a hero. Don't try to stop a big thing, big mess, not big weight, big mess. Okay, you understand me? Okay, we have reached the time. Try to do this question, example here. So until we meet again, don't worry, we're going to come back to this question, and let's see if I can do something to explain to you. Okay. Until now, Assalamualaikum. Ya. Ni semua orang jawab pula. Tadi tak ada seorang nak jawab. Salam semua nak jawab. Jawab ni fizik. Okay, fizik kena jawab juga. Give me a response. One or two, why not?